Welcome to This Is the Day with Drew Crisp.
Way up in the sky, where the little birds fly, way down in the nest, where the little birds rest, with a wing on the left and a wing on the right, the little birds sleep all through the night. The bright sun comes up, the dew falls away. Good morning, the little birds say. Alternate ending. The farmer comes out with gun in his hand. Boom, 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 boom. No birds on my land.
I don't know about that ending. Oh, woo.
It explains why my kids are so disturbed.
Dad, can you sing us another one?
Don't do the alternate ending.
No. Oh, welcome, but there's no time to rest. This is the day.
What's because it's morning?
Wake up. Wake up.
The sun has come up.
The sun's up. Let's do this, birds. Little birdies.
Little birds.
Okay.
Early bird gets the worm.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't. Is there something else?
Is there anything else?
Exchange policy?
Is it early bird could get the donut? Is that a possibility?
Early bird sausage biscuit?
Early bird bacon. I want some bacon.
Early bird raisin bran. I mean,
anything besides a worm.
Just not the worm.
Honey, get up, get up. It's just going to be a worm. Why am I getting up? It's just a worm. Our kids are hungry. You need to eat it and then regurgitate it into their mouths. All right, I'll get up. Good. Hello, Bo.
You got a farmer to meet.
You got a farmer.
That's not the Jolly Rancher.
That's not that Jolly Rancher. No.
No, that's the angry farmer.
Right.
You know?
That's the fickle farmer, because sometimes he is happy.
I think I understand now. Like the song, the alternate endings always bothered me, but probably a worm farmer.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and you got all these early birds.
Yep.
Coming on his land.
Yep.
getting his worms.
Listen, worm farming is all the rage because of their excrement can be used to help with the soil.
Oh, just the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. And so, I mean, you mess with those worms, you start taking the worms out of my, soil there, I got no business. I got to kill you, That's just what it is. I understand the farmer now. Now I understand the farmer.
Okay.
The
early farmer gets the bird.
I have a buddy in the poop,
what?
Worm poop business.
No.
Yes.
Now, what are you saying?
No, it's real.
Did you just say
real
the words, I have a buddy in the poop business?
Yes.
That was the sentence.
And then I had to back it up. He's in the worm poop business. He sells soil that has been wormified. And it's supposed to be super soil. You're supposed to be able to grow things fast.
Okay.
Sprout faster. There's a plug. TM. All right. This is all true.
Okay. Does he live in Oklahoma?
He lives in Missouri.
Missouri.
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
Good morning,
Good
Bo.
morning. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
So this is the day.
Yep.
And glad you're here.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. Drew, we have some fam to doings.
We have fam to doings?
We absolutely
fam to doings.
Some fam to doings. We got a couple of photos from part of the This Is the Day fam.
Yep. Keith Egan. Yep.
And excited to share these. So
absolutely.
They're of his dog.
Yep.
What's the dog's name?
The dog's name is Miyuki.
Miyuki.
Now
look at Miyuki right here.
Yep.
And what does Miyuki mean?
Miyuki means beautiful snow.
Look at this dog.
Absolutely.
We got one more.
Beautiful snow.
Oh
yeah.
Yep, beautiful snow.
The name, it fits.
Yeah.
The name fits perfectly. Thank you, Keith. That is a beautiful dog. That's fantastic.
It's really close to a pet name we have at my house.
Okay.
Yeah, the sumpstress refers to me as Beautiful Bo.
Beautiful Bo. Beautiful, 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 beautiful Bo.
Every night she sings to me.
She sings that?
Yeah, that's how I go to sleep.
Till I go to sleep. Sometimes it is 20, 30 minutes sometimes.
Just keep
it going.
Let's roll that back. Yeah. Oh, but thank you, Keith, for sending in those photos. We love to see what you guys are up to. If you have any pictures, videos, anything to share with the fam, we love that. You can send it to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com.
Yep. You know, if you've been doing crafts, if anyone has been up to some crafting, I'd like to see some crafts.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what people are making at home, you know? And maybe it's like, okay, I'll send you the final product. No, send me version 1. I want
Right.
to see the first product. I want to see the...
And if maybe it's a craft fail,
Yeah.
we're not opposed to that. Like we want to see, you know, this is what I was going for.
Yep.
This is what I got.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
See it.
Love those.
I love it.
That's some of my favorite stuff. Because I'm like, yep. I wish I could do it as well as you. Nailed it.
I like what I see, like, especially around the Christmas time, the sugar cookies. You see, like, the nice design,
sure.
and then you go to try to do the ornament or the, snowman hand, and it never turns out. It's all goopy and...
I didn't even try. I mean, I try to make a nice looking cookie, but
Yeah.
I don't go design. I slap the icing on, you know, good coating, even it out, and then
Yep.
I'll do like the red hots around and then sprinkle. Like, there you go. At least it looks okay.
Yep.
Liza's over there, our oldest, you know, she gets after it.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying. She's crafty.
Crafty.
Yeah.
But what's there? What do we have a couple?
Oh, sure, we do. Speaking of fam to doings, the office we didn't get our mail for like several weeks.
Yeah.
So it arrived yesterday, the mail. And so this is the day. We got a couple more Christmas cards. And so this one's from Donna Marie. And we got a little bowman on the front. And she says, Merry Christmas to the whole This Is the Day crew, Joy, Ariana, Drew, Sally, Eric, Johanna, everybody. And she says, love your #1 fan.
#1 fan.
The only thing I'm alarmed about is could we be entering into a misery situation?
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Donna Marie, that was awesome. Love that. Maybe I love that, you know. We love you. Thank you for that. And then there was this one came in from the Bingham family.
Bingham.
The Bingham family to the This Is the Day. And I got to tell you, I opened it up and I'm like, feels a little light. Mm-hmm. You know, like nothing even to open here.
Okay.
Like feels a little light. But then I noticed there's paper clip.
Paper clip.
And inside the envelope, it had fallen off the paper clip. Turns out it's not a little light.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we got little dunks coming our way for the This Is the Day crew.
Yes.
So thank you so much for that, for the card and the lovely words.
Absolutely.
And you know, we're here pretty early, so early bird's gonna get the dunks.
Oh, early bird gets the duck.
So thank you for that. You can send all your cards and gifts and encouragements to this.
Your
This Is the
re-gift,
Day.
if you're re-gifting, you know.
56 Old Bedford Road. Yeah, you got something you didn't want. 56 Old Bedford Road. Drew loves random stuff.
Absolutely. No need to take it back to Kohl's. Just send it to Drew.
56 Old Bedford Road.
That's right.
Bedford, New Hampshire, 03110.
Drew loves random stuff.
I'm not averse to fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's what you do with the worm.
Okay.
Bait.
There it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe, okay.
You would think birds would be fantastic fisherbirds.
Fisherbirds? There are some.
There are some.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much for those cards. Made our day, and love hearing from you guys. Always a tremendous encouragement, more than you'll ever know.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, Drew, what'd you do last night?
Okay. So, Bo, I found myself online. I was looking into Cinemagic. You familiar with this chain of movie theaters called the Cinemagic?
Yep. Worst popcorn on the planet.
Oh, no. It's very tiny. Their popcorn is very, didn't...
Yeah, I don't know where
granular.
It's like the popcorn industry is going, look, New Hampshire doesn't know. Just send all the rejects there. Like, okay, sorry.
Fantastic. No, it was great theater. Great theater. I was.
Yeah, Liza's first job was.
I was interested in. I had heard tell that you could rent out a theater.
Yep.
And all this stuff. So I was just looking into it. So then I get on and I see that someone had asked a question that I thought was very interesting and caught my eye. So I grabbed a screen grab here, and it looks like Ben Sasso, a local guide, said, "What is the theater's spaghetti policy?" All right. And someone said, "No outside spaghetti permitted." That was Amy. I decided to chime in and say, well, my best friend growing up was Chris Foster. His mom, Linda, would bring in full meals for us when we went to the movies. Burgers, fries, all the snacks, but never spaghetti. That would have been the bee's knees, spaghetti.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I was so interested in Ben. Like, who is Ben? You know, who is this Ben Sasso who, is interested in the
Spaghetti policy.
The spaghetti policy of every. I mean, I'm under. Does he go everywhere? Does he before he heads to the library? Does he need to know? Yeah. Do you have a spaghetti policy? So I decided I'm gonna find this guy on Facebook. So I found who I thought was Ben Sasso. He didn't look like his picture. He looked a couple years older. And I messaged him and I said, "Are you the Ben Sasso who, the spaghetti policy at Cinemagic guy?" And he's like, "Perhaps," is what he sent back. And I said, "Well, I just need, if you are that," said Ben, "I need you to know that there is someone who fully appreciated that question, made me giggle, made me laugh." And he sent a GIF back of a big thumb coming out, like a guy with a big thumb, and it said, "I aim to please." So, no man, a few words, but those words matter.
Thank you, Ben.
And thank you, Ben, so much. And I will, after this is recorded, I will be sending it to Ben and letting Ben know you bring joy to this heart. So,
more questions.
Yeah. More questions. Yeah. If you have a question, ask it, because most of us probably have it. Because, I mean, often I think, what is the spaghetti policy of MCC? What's MCC's spaghetti policy? I think we're in favor.
Pro spaghetti.
Pro spaghetti. Yeah. So that was kind of most of last night. Yeah. Okay. There was also some homework to be done, not on my half, but on the kids' behalf. Some not a lot, but just a few.
I do not like it when I get involved in the homework. I do not understand why your day job impacts me.
Your day job?
I'm like, did you not have enough time before I got home to get this finished?
Yep. Do you feel like the need as the parent to do the overlook?
No, sir.
Okay. I feel a strong need to do the overlook.
Sink or swim.
Okay. You're going to get what you're going to get. Yep. That's good.
No, I'm not saying it's right. That's just that's who I am.
Yeah. And then there was definitely some Mario Kart happened. Yeah. And they're getting better. The boys are getting better. It's getting a little harder to get first place every time. But, so
time to stop playing.
I know. I've learned that from you. Yeah, that's it. Go out on the high note. Go out on the. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. Maybe I need to break a controller. Sabotage. Bo,
yes, sir.
I gotta know.
Oh, what's up?
What'd you do last night?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
All right, so I went to the doctor.
That's right.
It's been a while. I guess and he acknowledged it's only been 3 years, but he's like, "Everything okay?" Yep. So we're talking. Everything's great. Feel great. Whatever. Everything was good. I mean, he said, "I'm gonna order some lab work, some blood work, just to make sure that you are as healthy as you look." Well, I was like, "Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, let's get down. I'm down on that. Let's do it." Everything was feeling good. One thing though, I weighed 221 pounds. I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
That's heavy for me. That's heavy. So that was one of the first things that happened was the weighing.
Okay.
But there was no commentary on the overall weight.
Okay.
But I just telling you, I never weigh myself. It's just all about how I feel, how my clothes fit, my activity level. I haven't stepped on a scale probably in 3 years. Yeah. And I was like, and so I was kind of struggling with that internally. And I got home, and Ace had cleaned his room, and after dinner, he was folding clothes, but then he was coming across some clothes that just no longer fit him because he's a grown boy and he's getting big. And he had this baseball jersey, and he goes, "Well, this is too small for me." And he asked Ensley if she wanted it, and she said, "No, I don't." And I go, "Let me see that." So he threw it over. I threw my shirt off, and I put this kid's baseball jersey on. I'm like, you know, and Inslee goes, you know, I'm like, and so she takes a picture, and I'm standing there, still in the jersey. We're talking, and the sumpstress comes in Ace's room to see what's going on. I'm just standing there. She's talking to Ace about some things and his clothes, and Inslee about something. And then all of a sudden, she notices the jersey. Okay, so stay on me right here. She notices the jersey. She goes like this. Walks out.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night, though. That's walked out.
You didn't ask for clarification.
I didn't want it.
No, okay. Fair enough.
Whatever it wasn't good. I'm like, well, I mean, I got a photo. I'm looking at. I go back and I look at the photo. I'm like,
Not too bad.
I'm jacked.
That was my first thought, Bo, was that muscle is, it weighs. It weighs more than...
I'm too heavy. I got it. Yeah, I don't want to. I gotta lean down a little bit.
Lean it, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, that was.
Was it one of these? Was it the... where you stand and it's not like a digital scale?
Oh, no, it was digital.
It was digital?
Oh, yeah, I looked right down, saw that number.
I don't know about the digital. I don't know. How does it know? How does it know? I'm not a weightologist. I'm not a scaleologist. But how does it know?
I don't know, man.
It just feels it, and then it goes, yep, this is the pressure that I'm feeling.
I'm like, I don't feel a pound over 195 now.
I think if someone here has gotten on a scale and is disappointed this morning, just from this guy, and I'm nobody here, but just how do we know? How do we actually know that that is the number? So.
Okay.
All right. All I say is a recount. All I'm looking for is a recount, okay, on the scale. That's all I'm looking for.
I'm pretty sure we had some poundular fraud.
Poundular fraud.
I should have asked her, hey, I'm going to need you to lose about 20 of those pounds.
You
think I got 20 pounds of clothes on?
How do I just lose pounds? I don't know. Ask Georgia. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I know. She wasn't working with me. Her name was Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Verse of the day?
Verse of the day.
Yeah,
we need
okay,
it. We need it.
Verse of the day comes from the Sermon on the Mount. We actually referenced this verse yesterday.
Okay.
Matthew 6, verse 11. It's in what we refer to as the Lord's Prayer. And it's Jesus speaking. And part of the Lord's Prayer, he says, give us today our daily bread. Give us today our daily bread. So, all of you, Drew,
Yeah.
what jumps out at you?
Daily.
Okay.
Daily.
Yep.
I think it was a big word that popped out for me out of 2020 was, there was two words, deeper and daily. For some reason, like I felt like God was saying every day I can take you deeper and deeper into knowing who I am. This show was a big part of that for me, marking every day and helping to understand where that bread comes from. It's a daily, I think, you referenced yesterday, manna, and there's no Costco, right? There's no, BJ's wholesale. It's I'll give you what you need today. Don't hoard it. I will provide. So yeah, daily sticks out to me.
Sweet.
Big way.
Yeah, I hear you. And that's where yesterday, that's where I definitely was when I was thinking about that. Like, God's provision doesn't come with, Tupperware. We're to be connected to him as the vine, and we're the branches, and he is our daily source, and to rely on him. And apart from that, I mean, that's where I think all of us get in trouble with pride, self-sufficiency. We step away from grace because we think we no longer need it. And when we become, in a place where, well, no, I've got it all, and I don't need God to be my provider. I'm not even looking to him in that way. It's a pretty wild place. And so,
yeah.
and even in who Jesus was talking to, there you had people who were relying on daily bread. I mean, that was clearly like a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Where will there be bread tomorrow?
Yeah.
Will there be anything to eat? You know, whereas in my house, I think at one time I counted, I had 31 different kinds of bread. Between crackers and everything else. I mean, like just like the thought of daily bread, I mean, I don't even know how to process that except, you know, to think in terms of, well, what is my ultimate need? Like, what do we always need? You know, and it's God's love, it's God's grace, He's the provider, to be connected to the source. Okay, yeah. And to not abandon that. But I'll tell you what jumped out at me today. I don't think I've ever thought about this before. The words us and our. Give us today our daily bread. And so throughout the whole Lord's Prayer, it's all communal language.
Right.
The whole thing. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Yeah.
The whole thing is us and our. And it just was really interesting, like even in thinking about daily bread, that a part of us and our and family and being God's family and being connected to Him then connects us to one another, that the provision is always there. But the provision is not always distributed.
Okay.
And that is a really interesting thing. The provision is, like I've always said, hey, like when it comes to MCC, whatever vision God gives us, there will be the provision for it. Because He's provision, all right? So that's what resources are for. They're for His vision. So whatever vision He gives His church, there will be the provision for it. And so I've oftentimes said, hey, we have everything we need to do everything God wants us to do. Now, some of it's like still in your bank account, right? You know, but you catch that vision, and that's part of, you know, coming together and being united and hearing from God and listening to Him and responding, but remembering that He's the source. So maybe I have an abundance of something, which could be financially, and that's kind of an obvious thing. It could be encouragement, gifts that He's given me. Okay, those are then not to be hoarded or kept, but to share. They need to come out. They need to be shared because it's us and our.
There's always something so powerful when you are with a group of people and you say the Lord's Prayer together. And, and probably it is that communal aspect of the language in that prayer, and that you feel like we are all of one mind, one chord, one body, saying this, praying this to our God. Yeah. That's powerful.
Yeah, it's interesting that before every football game in high school, Texas, big school, biggest school you got, high school football, public schools, the whole team prayed the Lord's Prayer together.
It's powerful.
All the time. Yeah. Is that in that connection?
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Oof.
Sweet. Verse of the day.
That's
Love
it.
that. Okay. Now, new calendar, new year, new calendar.
Yep.
But some of the same old stuff. All right. So we got the busy work again.
The busy work.
Coming in with a crossword puzzle. Feels like a little early in the year to be mailing something in on this calendar. But okay, number one. One down. What do we have? I don't know. Could it be Stripey Horse?
Stripey Horse? No, that doesn't fit.
Referee? No.
It's zebra.
Zebra. Okay. Yeah.
I call it a zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah.
As you should. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's two across?
Two across. Oh man.
Kitty cat.
Dot feline. Feline dots. Oh no, that's got to be a cheetah.
No, can't be a cheetah because the second letter is E. Maybe a leopard?
Oh, leopard. Yep, leopard.
It's a leopard.
That's interesting that they don't even ask you questions. They just give you the picture and say,
"Look at our crudely drawn animal picture."
Try to find out what that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the picture crossword puzzle. That's an added dimension to it that I hadn't thought about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, that page is for you. And if you get stuck, there's an answer key on the back.
Oh, there is an answer key.
There is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got that going for you.
That's good.
Then also, there's a national day to celebrate.
That's it.
So, we want to celebrate every day. And we alluded to this at the beginning of the show. Today is National Bird Day.
National Bird Day.
National Bird
Yes.
Day.
Bo, I brought my field guide to the birds of eastern North America.
Yeah, it looks well loved.
Yes, yes, it's very well.
Have you ever opened it?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
an avid bird watcher.
I am an avid birder, as they call them.
Is that what they call them?
Birders.
Birders.
Yes.
There wasn't Jack Black in a bird watching movie?
Yeah, it was called The Big Year.
Steve Martin?
Or yeah, The Big Year. Yes, and it's a thing. It's a real thing, and you have to. You have to go out. And I think they do these like weeklies and monthlies, and then there's the year where you spend a year and you have to find certain birds.
Yeah, I'm already bored.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's just like,
And you have to catalog it and everything. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, birds, man. National Bird Day.
Bird Day.
I was looking into it, Bo, and it says that really this this holiday is so that we can continue to provide conservation to the birds. So a lot of people use this holiday as a kind of an audubon thing.
Is that like the Audubon Society?
Yeah,
Is that-
Audubon,
is
yep,
that right?
absolutely. Like, let's continue to conserve an environment for them, for the birds, and
Sermon on the Mount, Jesus talks about the birds.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not worried.
They're not worried.
They're not worried.
They're fine.
He's got them. As long as they get up early.
As long as they get that worm. There's no worms.
So the birds. You got a favorite bird?
I do have a favorite bird.
What's your favorite bird?
Favorite bird, and you're gonna think I'm joking, but it is the woodpecker as well. Yeah. Because what's your favorite bird?
Woodpecker.
Yeah.
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 Mostly because of Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah.
True story.
Yep. And what type? Hold maybe the book.
He's just rad.
What type of woodpecker is he though? I'm trying. Is it pileated? Pileated.
Is that what he is?
Yes, pileated.
The red?
The red, yeah. Woodpecker, and I saw him and one time, and it was massive, a lot bigger than I thought, and I was pretty close up to it, and it just was going to town on this tree, and I was like, how fun is he?
I wouldn't mess with a woodpecker.
No, no. I do appreciate a good cardinal. I didn't understand the cardinal in the snow, like the landscape
Oh, it's
of the
beautiful,
white
yeah,
background with the cardinal until I saw it this year, and I was like, I get it.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Super beautiful.
Beautiful.
Cardinals, Blue Jays.
Yep.
Pretty
Orioles are fun.
Pretty birds.
Yep. Yep. If there's a baseball team named after it, I'm a pretty big fan of that
Yeah,
bird.
but you don't have the Milwaukee Crows.
And just the whole stadium. It's like all the other opposing teams are like, I don't know. This feels weird. Bo, there are some people who say that the birds aren't real. Have you heard about this?
No. What are you talking about?
Well, there's a website, birdsaren'treal.com, and they say from this 1975 to 2001, there was this massive genocide of all the actual birds. And the birds that we see are drones that have been placed here to spy on us. That's what these people say.
Have they ever had a bird excrement fall on them
I
or
feel like
anything?
you
'Cause
could prove that pretty easily.
I mean,
That's not
these would be
true at all.
really advanced drones if they're. What are they excreting all over cars? And,
We got to refill our drones.
and people own. I mean, they have
Yeah.
birds and
I know.
they go duck hunting.
Yep. But they're trying to get this.
Like, oh, got another one. We eat birds.
I know.
What are you talking about?
No, but they're really trying to get this message out there. They've got apparel, Bo. They've got to spread their message.
course, yeah.
They've got bird tees.
Yeah, we have apparel. That means nothing.
But I want to show you these bird
Okay,
tees.
what do
Okay,
you
this
got?
first one. Check this out. It says, "Birds charge on power lines." That's the message. Is that these birds are charging themselves on the power lines. That's,
Okay. All right.
Okay, this
All right,
next
yeah.
one. Bird watching goes both ways.
Yeah.
Birds aren't real. Okay. And then the next one. If it flies, it spies.
If it flies, it spies.
If it flies, it spies.
Okay.
Those are the messages. They're really trying to get out there that the birds aren't real. The birds are 100% real. Very real, the birds.
Yeah. Like you do.
Sally has one at her house.
Yep.
Yep.
Got a bird that lives in a cage in your house?
Yep.
That doesn't make you
Is
sad?
it caged? Yeah. Okay.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we see the bird? Pretty bird.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Always watching. They're always watching.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people out there are ornithologists and
Bird
studies birds.
studies birds?
Yep. Just using all the research that I have.
Wow.
I'm sure there's birders out there. This book actually, I know it doesn't look worn. It sits on our at our window.
Yeah.
So that if you see something, you're like, okay, looks like a robin. Kind of robin is it?
A rockin' robin.
Rockin' robin. Most likely, it's just going to be a, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have gone with favorite cartoon bird.
Ooh, there it is. Yep.
Because I'm not sure that Woody Woodpecker is my favorite cartoon bird.
I don't think he's mine.
Who's yours?
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I love those cartoons.
Well, yeah.
I think they're comedic genius.
But I always rooted for the coyote. Wiley.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't like the Roadrunner.
You got this, man.
Man, I am rooting for the coyote.
Yep.
I know he's not going to get him.
No. No.
I'm rooting for the coyote.
It would be over. I mean, the whole show would be over.
I don't know. Like, there aren't any more Roadrunners? He has a taste for Roadrunner.
Yeah, and it's also like, how much meat you think you're going to get off that Roadrunner?
I mean, let's go with a really dark.
So, what is your favorite then cartoon bird?
I'm gonna have to go with Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Is he a bird?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No.
I mean, based on the feathers and the beak,
Yes, fair enough.
I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he hangs out with that rootin' tootin' chicken hawk. That's me and Ace.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I said. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Put in the chat, what's your favorite cartoon bird? I'm trying to think right now what the other ones are.
Oh, we got like Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird. That's right. Woodstock.
Oh yeah. I love some Woodstock. Yeah, from Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some others.
There's got to be others. We love to anthropomorphize.
Oh, Heckle and Jekyll. That's way back. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You're trying to say that word again? You don't have to.
Oh, man. Anthropomorphize.
Don't.
Wow, it's such a hard word.
Okay.
Yeah. I love birds. I do.
Favorite bird name to say? Yellow-bellied sapsucker.
Yellow.
I don't think I can say it
belly.
without saying sapsucker.
Sapsucker.
It's a sapsucker.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Love it.
National Bird Day.
That's it.
All right.
But we had motivation yesterday.
Oh, we did. It's
On
'cause
Monday.
Monday, yeah.
It's Tuesday.
You get some.
We got some tips. Got some tips.
All right, what do you
and
got for us?
our tips today are very, very helpful.
Okay.
First one, they give us square bread, but then they give us round deli meat. So you got to learn how to cut the meat so that it fits the four corners of your bread. So one you cut in half and then you kind of fold it in. It's a good sandwich guide right there.
Problems I didn't know I had.
You didn't know you had.
Okay.
You don't want just bread in the bite. Next one, a lot of people love to steal your pens. Your pens just go missing everywhere. So you put your blue ink cartridge in a red pen because no one steals a red pen. I'm not gonna steal a red pen. What am I, grading papers? No, I don't need that red pen. Next one, you never know how your are these batteries good? Are they not good? Are they charged, not charged? So they say if you bounce batteries, you can see if they're good or bad. Drop them on a table from about 6 inches. If they give one small bounce and fall right over, they're good. If they bounce around more than that, they're dead or on the way out, they say.
Okay.
All right. Next one. We've all fumbled with the end of the tape. Where's the tape? How do we get the tape? Use paper clips to find the end of a tape roll easily. Pretty good right there. Or any really small totem. Okay. Next one. Put pancake mix in a ketchup bottle for a no-mess experience. Get that kind of one squirt. Gets that perfect pancake. Yes, so those are our Tuesday tips. And everybody loves a good ketchup pancake, you know? And you don't even need to put water and squish her out. Just put it right in. You get a good ketchup pancake.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a mustard bottle. That's fine.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. I was at a museum one time, and a guy walked up to me and he said, "Do you like Monet or mayonnaise?" And I said, "I like mayonnaise." It's a deep thought. I stole it by Jack Handy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that didn't actually happen.
It didn't actually
See,
happen.
that's the thing.
Sorry. It's a deep thought.
I actually walked right into that with you,
Yeah.
based on just experience
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
What's your spaghetti policy? Well, now all of a sudden you got a new Facebook friend.
Ben,
Like,
where you been all my life, Ben?
so I could just see that actually happening
But
to you.
I remember as a kid just loving that deep thought. I was at a museum. Someone asked me, "Do you like Monet or mayonnaise?" I turned to him and I said, "I like mayonnaise." It's dumb. All right, Bo.
Thanks.
Yep.
Is that a union leader?
What union leader?
What?
Premier paper of the New Hampshire Union Leader, fresh, hot off the press, hot. Woo! Okay. Running outside on River Road. I know someone back there likes to run outside in the cold. On the camera there. Yeah. So you've seen that old Outback that's closed down in Bedford.
Oh, sure.
It's going to be a Tucker's restaurant is
I
to
didn't know that.
open.
Okay.
Concept store.
Concept store.
I don't understand. It says concept store, but then it says this will be the 6th and largest restaurant
For Tucker's.
for Tucker's.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe a concept in a new, bigger. Yeah. So small prayer.
Well,
Go
but
ahead.
you do. I mean, you do have to know what their policy on shirt tails is.
Tucker's.
Do the math. Just you'll get there. What exactly is your policy on shirt tails?
On shirt tails. Do I need to be tucked? Do I have to tuck?
Or do I come in and I get tucked?
Do I get tucked? And, is
You
that-
walk in, you just arms up.
and if that's the case, I'd love to know exactly how that's going to go down. Not that I'm opposed, but I just need to get mentally ready.
Do you have a tucking apparatus?
Tucking. Thank you so much. How many in your party? 14. That's a lot of. That's going to be a lot of tucks. That's going to be a lot of tucks. We're going to have to get some help in here.
Do you have to go to the Tucker Academy to
Tucker Academy.
be trained?
I know those TSA people. They're pretty good at.
Okay, we gotta stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Small prayer.
Yeah.
May we joyously thank you daily, Lord, for your love and concern for our lives. Amen.
Amen.
May we thank you daily.
Daily. Joyously.
Thank you.
It's interesting because when I get the word joyously,
Yeah.
like full of joy, like joyfully, joyously, but it sounds. When I heard it, I heard like joylessly.
Oh, joylessly.
Leslie, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, joyously. Yeah, full of joy. Yeah.
Full of joy.
Absolutely.
Yep. The chuckle. There are lots of women who combine family and a career. They're called mothers.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I don't even think that's a chuckle. It's just a true statement. So looking in here, there was something that caught my eye, and it's these right here. In Appleton, Maine, goats want to eat your Christmas tree. So apparently in Appleton, Maine, at this goat farm, they have found a use for recycled Christmas trees. The goats are enjoying them, and I didn't know it was edible. I didn't know tree. I mean,
For a goat.
for a goat, I guess so. But
I wonder if the goats really like them, or if like they have to douse them in ranch dressing or something.
yeah. Here's a quote. You ready for the Dowsman Ranch? Sorry, I was just reading this quote. You're going to love this.
Okay.
It's hard to be gloomy while watching goats like Stinky Mike, a buck with big, curvy horns, munch on fir trees. It's hard to be gloomy when you see Stinky Mike loving him some fir trees. Can I get some more ranch, please? Yeah, no, it's good.
Hey, these ones with the tinsels, they're my favorite.
Hey, shots fired right here. You ready?
Uh-oh.
I love goats. They're smarter than dogs and cleaner than cows.
I don't know whether it's true or not.
Smarter than dogs.
Yeah. Who's testing the goats?
Wow. Bring any breed, any age of your dog up against Stinky Mike. He's way smarter than any dog. I know.
All right.
Way smarter.
Okay.
These lizards.
No, that's not an art. That's not.
No, it is.
Is it?
They have no legs,
Oh, that is.
but don't call them snakes.
Wait.
So there's some difficulty. Some people are deciding, okay, hold on, that's not a snake. That's a legless lizard.
Come on.
Yeah. So apparently we're
Is that
trying.
like a disabled lizard or what's
I
happening?
don't know. They're normal. No, here it is. Quote from a herpetologist. They're normal lizards that lost their legs.
They're not. That
Lost their legs, I guess.
handy-able lizards. I don't understand.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had legs and now they don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened to their legs? Train tracks? What's going on?
They slithered away one day. That's what it says. I don't know.
The legs?
Well, okay, the animals developed smaller and smaller limbs until eventually their legs and arms just disappeared.
Okay. I got a problem with that.
This kind of change, which is called evolution, often happens over long periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining that to me.
I have a problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
My problem is, and I learned it from my son Ace. Anything with more than 4 legs
Yeah.
or less than 2,
Yeah,
we're out.
we're out.
We're out. I don't want to know about it.
I don't know. That's interesting. I think eventually they'll probably just become snakes.
Don't call them snakes.
Okay, don't call them snakes.
There's a legless lizard.
There's this one article back here.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of ads. It's hard. It's tough. Looking in here, I didn't see, sports kind of forecasting what's coming up. But there was one.
Rooting for the Tampa Bay Brady's.
Tampa Bay Brady's. They're changing,
Let's go.
They're changing the name.
Tampa Bay Brady's.
Tampa Bay Brady's.
Man, I'm a big Brady's fan.
We're talking 30 years down the road, and it's still just
Tampa Bay Brady's.
Tampa Bay Brady's.
We might still be playing.
He's still playing.
Putting up numbers.
His robotic arm. Yep.
Gronk's got a walker.
Hit it. Still catching balls. Because it's just like a grip hand. It's a grip hand anyway. Just put your hand anywhere in the. There it is. Okay.
Got it.
Family Circus. This article here.
It's not an article.
They're crafting, which I love, at the table. Brother and sister. So, well, brother is. Sister is sitting in judgment. And he says, I like crayon, or maybe she says, I don't know. I like crayons better. They don't dribble. So maybe there's some watercoloring happening or painting of some sort of a train picture. And I like crayons better. They don't dribble.
Yeah.
And I would actually want to make a case beyond even crayons. My thing here is we've moved it into the colored pencils. Even markers are fine, but fine liners. If I was to talk to these children, and hopefully I get to one day, if I was to talk to them, I would say, look into the Stabilo, it's a brand, of the fine liners. They're smaller markers. You can get in those lines. You can get that shading that you really want. You're going to need the multicolored pack. You don't need to just Roy G. Biv on your watercolor and you're trying to make something happen. No. You need to get outside of a color spectrum to know kind of where you need to be on either side of the color circle so you can make your picture pop. So, I mean, hopefully, again, if you know them, reach that out, give them that tip. It is Tuesday. But yeah, don't mess with crayons and definitely leave the watercolor out of the whole situation. Not worth it. But
Why? Okay.
yeah,
Appreciate the insight there.
Yeah.
I for one, think just create whatever medium you have.
that's a good word, actually. I shouldn't be presenting my preference. I
You can.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
like she can. She could say, I prefer crayons, and he prefers watercolors.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm with her. I don't like things that dribble. I don't want
yeah,
to have added mess.
yeah. Some people decided, hey, you know what? I think we can take crayons and we can make a mess. So they put them on a canvas and then they take the heat gun, and it does like a drip. You seen these pictures?
No.
And it's like a crayon drip. I know Sally knows what I'm talking about. Yep. There's a bird. Rare visit from brilliantly colored bird draws crowds to Maryland Park.
On National Bird Day.
On National Bird Day.
In the paper, that's right.
A painted bunting sits at Great Falls Park in Maryland. That is a beautiful bird.
Yeah.
I mean, almost. Well, we got our blues, we got our greens, yellows, reds.
Yeah,
We got
whatever
'em all.
lab produced that did a great job.
Whatever lab, that's a great drone. They are really starting to get creative with their drones.
They are, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it today. Those goats, pretty interesting to me.
Stinky Mike.
Stinky Mike eating his fir trees.
All right, want to do a little Everyday with Jesus?
Every day.
Every day. Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. The thought for the day says, authentic worship is our response to the presence of God. It has nothing to do with our circumstances, but is driven by divine recognition. So the presence of God, when we recognize him, we will worship. We'll exalt him. And then the verse is Matthew 28:9 says, suddenly Jesus met them. Greetings, he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshiped him. Post-resurrection. So anytime that we recognize God's presence with us, then there is an awe moment to be in awe, plus an aha, there you are, I recognize you. And, there's a gasp. But then, oftentimes with that comes the, and that it's worship. You're greater than me.
Yeah.
You're amazing. And to be in his presence transforms us and to recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With those hands up of surrender, and like in that verse, they clasped his feet, they surrendered to his feet and recognized him as the king that he is, the King of Kings that he is.
Yeah, which is why, like in any worship service or experience that we were trying to create as MCC, our focal point is just to try to remove as many distractions as possible to help us encounter God's presence and to be aware. He's with us, but a lot of times there are things that draw our attention or pull us away. And so we're trying to create atmospheres where we become more aware of God's presence and have opportunity to respond in community or to respond. And then God is revealed through the worship of his people that helps other people encounter him as well.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. That's the real stuff.
Yep.
All right. And this is Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial stuff. Yep.
That's right. All right. So, hoping somebody gets all 6 right today. Mostly me. I'm the one. I want some great congratulatory pop rocks from a Fun Dip box. If you get all 6 right, I will send you a congratulatory pop rocks from a Fun Dip box and maybe a little note. Could be a little dicey, but 6 questions on a card. Make a guess at all 6. I'm going to guess at all 6. If you get them all right, let us know. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th. Old and new. You went new.
Went new today.
Brand new.
Yep.
Fresh cards.
Fresh card.
Okay.
Blue.
Blue, geography.
Okay. Which Middle Eastern prime minister expensed a $1,600 haircut during a 2015 visit to address the United Nations? Which Middle Eastern prime minister expensed a $1,600 haircut during a 2015 visit to address the United Nations?
Ooh. I don't know. Netanyahu, however you say his name?
You nailed it.
Is it?
Yes, Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu.
Israel, right?
Yes, yes. Wow, that's an expensive haircut. Man, man. What do? You apologize to every, okay. Sorry. Pink.
Pink Entertainment.
In 1984, which DC Comics character became the first female superhero to land her own movie? In 1984, which DC Comics character became the first female superhero to land her own movie?
Wonder Woman? 1984. I'm thinking that because they just did the Wonder Woman 1984.
Yep.
So Linda Carter had a TV show. I don't know if there's ever a movie.
DC Comics character became the first female superhero to land her own movie in 1984.
I don't know the difference between DC and Marvel. I really don't. Okay, DC though, that's like Batman and Superman people, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so a female DC superhero, 1984. I was 11. Hold on, I just want to try and get this.
Mm-hmm. Batman, Superman.
I don't know. No, this is just a guess. Now I'm like down to like Batgirl and Supergirl. Is there a Supergirl? Supergirl. Batgirl. Is it Batgirl? No. Supergirl is my answer.
Final answer? Okay,
yeah,
final
Supergirl.
answer. Supergirl is it.
Okay,
it is it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yellow.
Yellow history.
Okay. What massive dinosaur?
T-Rex.
Absolutely correct.
Let's go. Yes. Come on.
Listen to me.
That's a freebie there.
T-Rex.
Can't play the piano.
Massive dinosaur can't play the piano and ate up to 22 tons of meat per year.
T-Rex.
And had arms that were only about the length of human arms.
Okay, there you go.
This is really...
Lots of clues there.
Okay, purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Yep. Tyrannosaurus Rex was the last answer on that. But which book is both J.R.R. Tolkien's first and his last in the telling of the history of his Middle-earth? So which book is both J.R.R. Tolkien's first and his last in the telling of the history of his Middle-earth?
Is the first and the last?
The first and the last in the telling of the history.
I have to name a book?
Yeah.
Is this part of like the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Yes.
But the first in talking about middle...
I would say it is a prequel.
The Hobbit would be the only thing I know. I don't know. The Hobbit, that's what I would say.
Incorrect. There was the Silmarillion. Silmarillion.
The Silmarillion.
I've heard that said before, but I don't know what that is.
I've heard it from people I work with.
Yes, that's right.
They're all into that stuff.
Published posthumously, he wrote part of it before The Hobbit.
Thanks.
I have no idea. Okay. Green.
Green, Science and Nature.
Okay. Oh boy. An emulsifier such as lecithin is used in food manufacturing to mix water and which other ingredient? So an emulsifier such as lecithin, lecithin, is used in food manufacturing to mix water and which other ingredient?
I don't know. Sugar?
Final answer?
Yep.
They're going with oil and fats. Otherwise, oil and water don't mix.
They don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to use an emulsifier.
Okay.
Okay. Science.
Now you know.
Now you know. Orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Okay. In 1971, surfer Tom Morey invented the lightweight foam bodyboard and named it what? The foam bodyboard.
I'm gonna go with the boogie board.
That's right, the boogie board, spawning the nickname boogers for bodyboard surfers.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Boogers.
That might be a deal breaker for
That's
me.
a deal breaker. What's up, booger?
Hey, that looks like fun. I think I'm gonna do it. Sweet, you'll be called a booger. I'm out.
Okay, that's fine. I'll stay with surfer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give a hard no.
Oh, man. the
Okay, I did not get all 6 right.
Silmarillion.
Yeah, look, my whole thing on like,
Yep.
I love The Hobbit.
Yep.
Thought it was great.
Yep.
Read it, really enjoyed it.
Yep.
But I take a hard stance on I don't want to have to learn a new geography, or I struggle enough with geography on this planet. Like I don't know it. I don't want to learn a mythical geography, or any other languages.
A language.
I don't, particularly not a language that would ever have has no functional value. Like I mean, I'll pick up a little Spanish here and there.
I'm fluent in Elfish.
No.
Like, I don't know, get fluent in Chinese. You know, like that's, what are you doing? Yep.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
just my stance on it.
Somewhere Eric Vines is pulling his hair out. He's losing it right now.
And Johanna.
And, yep,
and
yep.
Joy.
And Joy.
Yeah, they're all. What?
No. Well,
Okay.
I'd like
Yep.
to do a little sermon remix. Let's do it.
Like you can't even, he's saying you can't recognize who he is and what he's doing and what he's up to because there are all these preconceived notions, these religious expressions and teachings that had created the box that God had been put in. Now, when I think about that, I think these boxed expressions and thought processes are really a way that we toy with God. And let me be clear, God is not a child's plaything. He's not a toy. He's the Almighty, creator of the universe, and He is good, and He is holy, and He is righteous, and He is powerful, and He is alive, and He is moving, and He is ever revealing. And if we've got it all figured out and got Him in a nice little box, that's really a control issue, which is ultimately a lordship issue. I think a lot of our religious expressions kind of come down to control. We get God in our box, and here's the parameters, and here's how God can work. Here's when He works. Here's the ways in which He works. Here's the things that God uses and the things that God doesn't. Then it's almost like we got our God in a box, and when we're ready, we can go in there and wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. And then, there He is. He came out of the box when we wound Him just the right way. There He is. Oh, God is so much more than that. So much more. He is. And it's not about how we wind Him up or how we try to package Him and control Him and contain Him. Instead, He's giving us an opportunity to recognize who He is and what He's up to. And when we do that, then we also begin to understand, well, who am I? And what's He up to in me? And what do I get to be a part of?
For me, this connects right to Every Day with Jesus, right? Where it's this awe and this worship. But immediately when you were reading that, I thought back to this message because there are these blocks and mentally at times where it's this very question that is this the God that I'm worshiping, the God that I'm comfortable with in my own box, and I've decided now that I'm ready for this now, and it doesn't necessarily work that way. You know, it's not necessarily like your image of the God in the box that you can, it's a plaything versus, no, actually the ultimate Lord Almighty of everything, the creator.
Yeah.
So that's
one of the things that helped me tremendously, with thinking about, my God in the box. The way the parameters I put on Him was reading a contemporary of Tolkien, C.S. Lewis. He wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Chronicles of Narnia, but he also wrote a space trilogy, and I read that in probably my early 30s, in these 3 books, and it helped me see God in a much, much bigger way, which I didn't have no sense of like, yeah, I've got God out of the box. It just made me realize I want the box to be always expanding. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if, I didn't put these parameters and limitations. Like I bet, my finite mind has some limitations, but is this unchanging, ever revealing God is making himself known, then there ought to be like an ever expanding universe in the way that we understand and relate to him.
Yes, and that's why it needs to be daily, because he can show you today a new, ever expanding. He can reveal in a new way something today, and you need to be ready.
And he will.
Because he will.
Yep.
Yep.
This is the day.
Yep.